Silence is not empty. It never was. It is full of everything you keep running from. The thoughts you drown with noise. The truths you postpone with later. The weight you pretend is normal, because admitting it would force you to change. You don't fear silence because it's quiet. You fear it because it doesn't negotiate. Noise lets you bargain. Silence holds up a mirror. You keep yourself busy on purpose. You wake up fast, move fast, fill every gap with something: screens, plans, conversations that never go deep. You call it discipline. You call it productivity. But really, it's sedation. Because when things slow down, something tightens in your chest. Your jaw sets like you're bracing for a hit that never comes. Your mind starts rehearsing, defending, editing. You call it thinking. It's not. It's avoidance dressed as intelligence. You tell yourself you're tired because tired sounds respectable. Tired sounds earned. You don't say hollow. You don't say scared. You don't say stuck. You don't say ashamed. You say tired and you keep moving. Pain doesn't scream most of the time. It waits. It sits quietly while you pretend the account is closed. It collects interest while you distract yourself with motion. And then one night, the noise fades. The screen goes dark. The room gets still. That's when your body tells the truth your mouth avoids. The tight chest, the shallow breath, the urge to escape. That isn't weakness. That's awareness. Pain is not proof you're broken. It's proof you stayed awake while others went numb. The numb don't feel this way. They drift. You didn't drift. You endured. And now you're offended that your mind remembers. You keep trying to understand your pain instead of facing it. You analyze it, label it, explain it, but understanding without action is decoration. It's hanging curtains over a broken window and acting surprised when the wind still comes in. You rewrite the past so it doesn't accuse you. You tell yourself you did what you could. You tell yourself you didn't know better. You tell yourself you'll fix it later. Later is your favorite hiding place. You carry a quiet list of moments you never forgot. The time you froze when you should have spoken. The time you stayed because leaving would have meant admitting you wasted years. The time you left because staying would have meant being seen. You don't read this list out loud, but it lives in your body, and that's why you feel heavy. Here's the part you misunderstand. You don't need pain to go away before you change. That order is backwards. You change by standing inside discomfort, without turning it into a story that lets you escape. You stop saying, I can't. You start saying, I won't. Controlled suffering isn't drama. It's practice. It's sitting with silence 5 minutes longer than you want. Feeling the urge to flee and not obeying it. Doing the hard thing first while your hands shake. Not to be heroic, to stop lying. You don't need grand gestures. You need small, deliberate confrontations with yourself. The honest sentence you keep swallowing. The task you keep postponing because failing would expose you. You do it anyway. Clean pain has a purpose. Dirty pain is the same wound reopened every day because you refuse to change what causes it. You've lived in dirty pain so long you think it's your nature. It's not. It's a habit. And habits break when you stop treating discomfort like an emergency. Your nervous system learned to sound alarms because alarms once meant safety. Now they go off for everything and you obey them like law. Controlled suffering is hearing the alarm and still walking forward. Not to punish yourself. To teach your body a new rule. Discomfort does not mean danger. Discomfort means growth is nearby. Growth is ugly at first. You don't get to skip that part. You will feel bored, irritated, unimpressed, like nothing is happening. That's endurance. Endurance is not motivation. It's consistency without applause. It's showing up when nobody notices. It's rebuilding trust with yourself after breaking it 100 small times. And trust is slow. You'll fail sometimes. You'll slip. Endurance isn't never falling. It's standing back up without turning the fall into an excuse to stay down. After enough quiet mornings, something shifts. The silence stops feeling like a threat. It becomes a room you can enter without bracing. You feel the old ache, but it doesn't own you. You feel the shame rise, and you don't flinch. You let it pass. You stop needing chaos to feel alive. You stop decorating your wounds. You stop running. And you realize something simple in brutal silence was never the enemy. It was the place where you finally stopped lying.